How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today is the day we are going to get the engine. Basically the engine shop, the machine shop, have not done what I was expecting them to do. I thought they were going to put, I asked them to, well, we obviously missed the communication. I thought they were going to put the crank back in. They've obviously built the crank, put the extending collar on, polished it and stuff, balanced it, and I thought they were going to put like the bottom end basically back together, the crank in, the pistons in, they've bored out the cylinders and stuff. But basically they hadn't done that. They said they thought I was going to do that, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I can do that. I've never done it. Oh, this is my first engine, as you guys know, but they haven't done it, so we're going to do it. I say built the head's all done, new valves, SEM seals, Supertech ones. I'll run through it when we get the engine back, but yeah, I'm going to get all the pistons. They've got the pistons there, the new forged pistons. They've bored the cylinders out, so I'm going to build it basically. Bit nervous, not going to lie. Taking it apart is easy because you just take bolts off, pull things out. Putting it back together is a bit different, like measuring all the bearings and stuff. I'll speak to them before I take it away, see what the score is, and they've done a lot of the measurements, so it should all be fine. But yeah, that's the situation at the minute. So we're in the A45. Let's go get it. I need to pick up a torque wrench as well from Halfords on the way back home, because we ain't got one of them. We're going to need one of them for, like, you know, torquing things down. So yeah, let's go get the engine. Bit worried. Right guys, situation. I just got to the machine shop. Obviously I told them my concerns about being a noob, never built an engine and all that, and like, you know, putting the piston rings on, or things like that. Like, obviously don't want to snap the rings, because that's a common thing when people put the rings on the pistons. I've seen it done plenty of times online and stuff. So they said basically they can put all the rings and stuff on for me now, and we'll put the crank on in and the pistons in the block here now. Obviously I'm going to do most of it, and they're just sort of telling me to do anything wrong. So they're good eggs, we like them. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to try and do as much recording as I can, obviously, but I'm in there doing it, and I don't know if they want me to record and all that, but I try and get a bit of recording done. If not, then I'll just pull the block out and put it in the car, and it'll be sort of built, and then we'll do the head and stuff and assembly, all the rest of it back home in the garden. So yeah, that's it. I need to park this thing up. These are the boys basically, guys. If you're went near Plymouth and you want your engine built yourself, and they give you an hand and all that, Malcolm, Yeo, two old guys. Let's start them. Guys, we are going to Brixham to concept your tune in, because we need to get an oil squirter, because yesterday the machine shop broke one, and that's what's holding the build up so far. So it's only about an hour away from Plymouth. We're taking Scott's Scooby because it hasn't really been driven other than when I've been driving it all week. That's the situation. Let's get going. Squeaky. And the reason we're going to go pick it up, because if we got it delivered, it'll take a day or two. I mean, get next day, but it's not guaranteed, is it? And we are trying to get this car done for BHP up Exeter, West Point Arena, on the Sunday, and it's currently Thursday, so it is a crush for time. place, boys. They have currently left this building and they are in Exeter, so we're just on a little road trip to Brixham for no reason at all, but Scotty had fun because he drove his little car.
Behind the lorry.
We lost our our roof trim again. We haven't lost it, it's in the back, but as soon as we got on the motorway, too much wind and it flew off, so we have to refit that again. But yeah, let's go to Exeter. Second town, we have found it. We've got it, boys. One oil squirter. Can't see it because it's in the bag, but job done. Right guys, we have dropped the part off the oil squirter. They said there'll be 2 hours, so going home, get some bits done, and then pop back, grab the engine, and start assembly.
Yes.
Scotty Scoop made it.
Yeah, apart from losing my
we lost the roof rail, but other than that, we're all good. It's engine collection time. We got Scotty's camper van / engine collection van. We're going to take the A45, but it's not the greatest for transporting engines around, so let's go get an engine. Look what we have. Fully forged, built, bottom end. Ready to go back in here. But we need to assemble it first. What have we got left in the van, Scotty? Nothing. Boxes, old pistons, anyone wants to buy them, let me know, there's nothing wrong with them. Probably just need new rings. A couple £100. You can have them. Right, let's go. Put engine together.
The feeling behind my eyes, you stood out cause you were in red. Man, against my intentions I let you turn me violet instead. Summer high, met you in August, New York back to my cold apartment.
Hey guys, we are cracking on. Put the head gasket on. Cosworth, I think the 1.5mm one, and then we wang the head on. We are now getting the old head bolts washers, but we've got new head bolts uprated from Concept Jet Tuning. They're not ARPs, but they're rated to over 500 brake horsepower, so they're stronger than the stocks, but they're not quite ARPs. They're 50 quid, so give them all that 50 quid, better than 190 quid from ARP. And yeah, I mean, later on, if you want to go more power than 500, we can always just pull these out when it's in the car, put ARPs in, job done. Yeah, once we've got the head on, I'll be happy, because then at least the engine's sort of sealed. Get the cams on, I'll get the cam covers on, and it's somewhat sealed, and we can do the exhaust manifold or the intake manifold. We got a new gasket for the intake manifold, oil filter housing and stuff like that, thermostat housing, and all the other stuff. Water pump, oil pump. Got a new water pump. Using the old stock oil pump because I'm too tight to pay £400 for a new one, and it didn't break. There wasn't nothing wrong with it, so I had the machine shop check through it, and they all said it's fine, so we're using that one. Let's do it.
Sucks, but at least I'm still with you. White out skies, middle November, you and I, flights to wherever. I don't mind as long as it's with you. As long as it's with you.
Right, we've got some of the head bolts torqued, or the head bolts are torqued down. We've done, it's 22 I think it was, and then we've done 75 pounds, which says on Google's, you know. And then you got to loosen them off and then re-torque them to something else, but I'll check in a minute. But it's tea time, so we're going to get some dinner, and we should continue with the engine. Right, tea's been munched. What do you think, boys? In the comment section down below, let me know whether you think I'm going to be able to manage to get all this engine built in the car by Saturday night, because we're going to the car show Sunday, BHP. I mean, it's a bit of a push, but we should be able to do it. New rear head drain, look, lovely. Right guys, update on what's the situation. been trying to sort out these lifters. Basically, you have to bleed them before you put them back in, because as you can bend the valve. And some of them are really stiff, so went to a school screw fix, can't even speak. Got a vice. We were squashing them in, but they still weren't doing a lot. Some of them like seemed like were seized. So you watch a YouTube video and you can bleed them. You can bleed them, but you take them apart. Basically, you pull that thing out, take it all apart, clean it, put it back together, and then they're all squishy. But this is one we've not done. It's stiff as hell. You can't even push it. This is one we've done. Nice and squishy. But obviously you got 24 of them, so that is going to take ages. And we can't be bothered to do that, and it's getting darker. So we're going to try maybe get the exhaust manifold or the intake manifold on or something like that. Well, it's still daylight out here. I'll take them in the house and I'll do them tonight in my bed. But yeah, didn't account for having to bleed 24 lifters. But hey, here's what it is. Let's get cracking. Right guys, that is it. We have wrapped her up for the night. We got the oil filter housing on, the thermostat and the thermostat housing. What else? Sensors. Oh, the knock sensors are both on. Engine mount on the other side. Not a lot. I'm going to bleed all these lifters tonight in the house, like I said. And tomorrow we'll get the manifolds on both sides, the turbo, and all the water pump and the oil pump, and all the other good stuff, the timing stuff, the cams once we've got the lifters in. And yeah, just need to bleed and clean all 24 of my lifters, which is good times. All I'm using is a bit of a Halfers engine degreaser, engine and parts degreaser, and then this degreaser as well, and a little bucket. All you need to do, some of them are fine, but I'm going to do them all. I'm going to clean them all. Basically, these should be squishy. If they're not, like I said before, I pull this out, you pull that out, you grab it with pliers, pull it out, and there's a little spring underneath. Clean all the oil out, rinse it in the bucket, put it back together, and it should be all squishy. So you do that 24 times, and that's my homework for the night. Let's get it done. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Don't talk, Siri. All right, so like I said, you grab this with the pliers, pull that out. There's a little hat in there that sits. That can, one of them for me, it fell, it moved, but most of them they stay still. So all I'm going to do with that is just, all I did, washing up liquid, give it a little dunk, give it a little squirt with degreaser, but that should be fine. And then this bit here, this should be squishy. See, it's a little bit squishy, but you just pull that, and there's a little spring inside. Clean all that out, put it back in, push it back onto that, and it should be all squishy and clean. So yeah, Hugo, it's not for you. Wait, let's get them done. Good times. Okay, this is how we do it. Basically, get this big one, wang the spring in there so it stood upright. Get this one, pointy bit there, goes on top of the spring like that. This is after you clean it, obviously. All I'm doing is using soapy water. See, the spring's nice and bouncy now. And then in here you've got this little lid. It's not a lid, but we call it a lid. Wang him on there, and you wang him up there, and then whack it with a pair of pliers, and look, it's squishy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lube all these up. This is some WD-40 or some oil, whatever, just to make them oily again. Obviously I've degreased them and cleaned them in there, but look at the state of the water. Dirty oil. We've done that many so far. A few more to do. 1, 2, 3, 5 more. Almost done. But if anyone with an RB25 and you hear tapping, you know, you tap it when your engine's running, there's usually, I believe, and I'm no expert obviously, This is what I've researched. It's usually these, you know, they're dirty, they need a good clean, so it's not too hard to get some if you haven't got them. You know, you've got to do is take your cam covers off, your cams out, and you better get to your lifters. Give them a clean and your engine should run better. We'll find out when I put mine back in, but let's get the rest of them done. Right, there we go, 24 of them, all done. Let's put it like that way so it looks better. 24 of them, all nice and squishy, cleaned. Filthy water. Wang them in tomorrow, put the cams in. And when you start the engine, they should be noisy at first, and then when they fill it with oil, be all gravy. But yeah, that's it, guys. If you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to the channel, and we shall catch you in the next one. Take it easy.